What is up, YouTube? Quick video here. Because I gotta go take out the trash. I mean, take out Harry Kane and Tottenham Hotspur. Yes, we despise Spurs in this household, and we are very proud Madridistas. Um, so, and I call the trash Harry Kane because Harry Kane is trash. But that being said, let me talk to you about why I'm making this video. So this is about the CARES Act and the largest transfer of wealth upwards in U.S. history. And that's what the CARES Act was. And your favorite progressives, Bernie Sanders, Elizabeth Warren, Pramila Jayapal, Ilhan Omar, Rashida Tlaib, and AOC all voted for the CARES Act. And I told you from the start, these Democrats are frauds. And I was thinking more along the lines of foreign policy, but domestic policy, they're not giving nothing to the workers. They're not giving nothing to the workers. And then when called out on Twitter by Jimmy Dore and Justin Jackson, AOC is just gaslighting progressives left and right. Same thing with wonky wonk wonk, Matt Stoller, who's a nerdy wonk from some kind of think tank. Same thing with Bernie's former campaign manager, Breonna Greyjoy, who's a Zionist, who's a closeted Zionist. And same thing with former AIPAC lobbyist, David Sirota. I have no idea why people are still giving him platforms in 2020. Probably because he worked for Bernie Sanders, which further reveals Bernie Sanders' evil agenda. But we do know another part of their evil agenda was voting for the CARES Act. And again, largest upward transfer of wealth in history. We can't even get a vote in the Senate or the House on single payer. It's ridiculous. So I'm telling you to put pressure on Congress. And I don't usually care about electoral politics, but, at least we should get single payer. I've been to other countries that have single payer, like the Netherlands, Spain, Italy, and those countries are a lot happier than America. Those countries are less economically depressed because they have single payer. Now, I'm not saying those countries are perfect, because those countries are imperialist, warmongers, and war criminals, and are part of NATO, but at least we should get single payer healthcare. At least we should get socialized medicine. And these corporate clowns like AOC and Ro Khanna and Pramila Jayapal, Rashida Tlaib, Ilhan Omar, Betty McCollum, Ayanna Pressley, they're scamming you with the CARES Act, and they're scamming you with literally everything they do. They're not naive. They're willfully complicit. They're doing what benefits them and their donors. Their donors aren't you. Their donors are corporations. Again, Rashida Tlaib took money from J Street. Ilhan Omar has connections to J Street, and if not now. They're doing what their corporate donors are telling them to do. AOC used to work for Ted Kennedy. Come on now. She also went to Boston University. So these are the elitist people that you're promoting. This is why the U.S. left is non-existent, and this is why the U.S. left, the so-called left in the U.S., which are right-wing conservatives, social fascist conservatives, are specialists in failure, to quote the great Jose Mourinho, who ironically, as of these days, is a specialist in failure himself. So stop listening to weirdo wonks like Matt Stoller and AIPAC shills like David Sirota and liberal Zionists like Breonna Greyjoy, and start listening to don't listen to Bernie. Start listening to Jimmy Dore. Start listening to Richard Medhurst. Actually listen to people that know what they're doing, know what they're talking about, not some wonks or some hucksters or scam artists that just sell out to the establishment. Because guess what? Bernie is the establishment. The Democrats are the establishment. The so-called progressives are no different than the corporate Democrats. Literally no difference. not on foreign policy, not on domestic policy. They put a facade over what their real agenda is, which is to make their wealthy donors even more wealthy, and they scam you. So that's all I have to say. Hope you guys have a great day. That's all. Peace.